The Norwegian royal family is relatively less prominent among European royalty. Primarily, Norway has a long history of being subordinate to Sweden or Denmark, and its royal lineage is relatively recent, spanning just 3 generations, and lacking deep historical roots. As a young dynasty, the Norwegian royal family undeniably leads in terms of their approach to marriage. The current Queen of Norway, Queen Sonja, was the first commoner to marry into European royalty. Before her, marriages within European royalty were predominantly arranged through royal intermarriage. Queen Sonja's husband, the current King of Norway, Harald V, was born in 1937. His grandfather, King Haakon VII, was the first modern king of Norway. However, if one were to delve into specifics, he was not Norwegian but Danish. Before ascending to the Norwegian throne, he was Prince Carl of the House of Glucksburg in Denmark. Later, upon Norway's independence, he was invited to become the King of Norway. King Haakon had only one child, King Olav V, and King Harald V was the only son of King Olav V. Initially, King Olav intended to arrange a marriage for his son with a princess, but King Harald V disagreed with this arrangement. He had his eye on Sonja, who seemed like a girl next door. Sonja, a native of Oslo, was petite and charming, with a natural beauty that didn't require makeup, as seen in her youthful photos. They met at a friend's gathering shortly after Sonja had lost her father, and Harald felt a profound connection with her. After that encounter, everything seemed different to him, as if he had discovered the feeling of love. He invited Sonja to a ball at his military academy, marking the beginning of their relationship. However, he was quite rational about it, considering the strict feudal mindset within the royal family. He discreetly pursued a relationship with Sonja, keeping it under wraps from the royal household during the initial stages of their romance. As their relationship blossomed, King Olav began to sense that something was amiss since Harald showed no interest in the princesses he introduced him to. Upon investigation, they discovered Harald's secret girlfriend was Sonja, a seamstress by profession with a father in the garment business. King Olav did not approve of this relationship and sent Harald to study in Oxford, England. However, Harald and Sonja decided that she would also pursue her studies there. Sonja had previously studied fashion design, but to match the future king, she sought a better education. She enrolled in Oslo University for her bachelor's degree in English, French, and art history. Despite the challenges of a long-distance relationship, they managed to keep their bond strong. Several years later, when Prince Harald returned home after completing his studies and nearing the age of 30, he was still committed only to Sonja. He solemnly informed his father, King Olav, that he would marry no one but Sonja. With limited options and recognizing Sonja's intelligence, gentleness, and potential as a queen, King Olav V agreed to their union. And thus, the marriage was set. In 1969, at the age of 31, Harald and Sonja, after 9 years of courtship, held a grand wedding in the Norwegian capital, Oslo. However, their 9-year journey of love wasn't without its challenges. After marriage, Sonja adept navigated her roles as crown princess and later queen, while Harald V remained steadfastly loyal to her for decades, with no scandals or controversies surrounding their relationship. They had a son and a daughter, and their daily life consisted of international visits, ribbon-cutting ceremonies for charity events, supporting artists, and attending cultural activities. Sonja herself was artistically inclined, being a printmaker who had hosted exhibitions. However, her most significant artistic contribution was the establishment of the Sonja International Vocal Competition, bearing her name. Another characteristic of their family is the lack of aristocratic burdens. For instance, during interviews, they often engage in lively conversation and burst into laughter. Once, during a conversation with journalists about a Norwegian research station, a seemingly dry topic, Harald suddenly turned to Sonja and exclaimed, "So, this research station is named after you." He then burst into laughter, leaving Sonja looking embarrassed on the sidelines. This sense of humor seems to be inherited, as evidenced by their son, Haakon, who appears quite serious but harbors an inner child. At his parents' 80th birthday banquet, he secretly shaved his beard to see who would notice the difference first. In 2018, with Sonja and Harald already in their early 80s, they remained diligently engaged in official duties, traveling around the world. Despite leading a smooth-sailing life since their marriage, does this mean there were no ups and downs? Of course not. This brings us to Sonja and Harald's daughter-in-law, Mette-Marit, the wife of Crown Prince Haakon. If you're interested, please stay tuned for more details.